Either way, it looks good because
looks
I'm
like
hungry.
the judge on the floor is getting us the information. If anybody at home has any idea if that is a Hot Pocket, a burrito, or a honey bun, it is a cheese berries Danish.
So I'm not a Danish guy.
Neither am I.
So that kind of just quashed it for me, man. What did you want it to be? Did you want honey bun there?
I wanted it to be a piece of fried chicken, honestly.
From where?
I don't know. I just want fried chicken. All right, so we got a turn 1 champion of the parish.
Joseph is playing mono white aggro. I have his deck list in front of me. We haven't seen humans for a little while, and that's what he's rocking. Champion of the parish, obviously. 4 Thalias, 3 Hero Blade Holds, some number of Silver Blade Paladins, Elite Inquisitor, Angel of Jubilation, Riders of Gavany, Mirren Crusader. He is mono white in the face, as we see 2 Doom Travelers as well, along with 4 Honor of the Pure. So we haven't seen that for a little while, and we'll see if Chris's Zombie Pod deck is going to be able to take that down.
With a deck list that only Craig Wesco could love, Joseph's going to be trying to face down Chris Higashi's Zombie Pod. Actually, a little bit of a splash of a couple colors. He's got the green splash to activate the Birthing Pod without paying life if he needs. He's also got a red splash he's got 1 Falconwrath Aristocrat, 1 Zealous Conscript. This is kind of a interesting little mix here. Oh, and then also out of the sideboard, Thrag Tusks and Manic Vandal. Kind of an interesting zombie deck here. Outside of the usual like Gravecrawler, Deergraph, Ghoul, Foomspitter, Geralf's Messenger action, he's got a variety of targets like Thrag Tusk, Butcher Ghoul, Skin Render. Kind of an exotic mix. What he's missing is all the burn.
Yes.
We saw from the earlier players.
As we see Joseph casting a Mirren Crusader now against Chris. Chris is under the gun very badly. Just starting with the Diregraph Goal, which isn't even going to be able to block very well, and then Sign and Blooding himself and dealing 2 points of damage.
Yeah, what is the plan here?
The plan right now is getting beaten down. As we see Diregraph Goal jump in front of a Doom Traveler, which is fine block, but not ideal.
And now he's facing Mirren Crusader. This is just one of those situations where if instead of all the cute stuff, he had the Pillar of Flames and Brimstone Volleys and Guess Verdicts, he'd be in much better shape. But as it is now, that's a tough. This is going to be a real tough race.
The way things stands right now, this deck kind of wants to draw the game out a little bit, get the Birthing Pod shenanigans going, and the kind of pressure that he's under right now, it just doesn't seem realistic for that to occur. We'll see if Chris can put up a fight here, but as you've seen with zombies in its different iterations, no matter how you build the deck, it's never really played defense particularly well.
No. So he needs Dismember to deal with the champion. He needs Phyrexian Metamorph to deal with the Crusader. Both of those involve paying some life. Is Chris hurrying him up?
I'm not sure that was a rush. I think it was just letting me know that he could go. I don't think that was a hurry up and kill me. As we are going to see Hero of Bladehold now, pre-combat, turning the champion into a 5/5. Chris does have a Dismember for it, but again, he's going to put that up. There we go. He's found the 4th counter now, and now everybody in the club.
Is he at 1?
This is going to be 2/4. Well, he's going to be able to dismember the champion of the parish just by paying 3 mana for it.
Okay.
Which still kind of stinks.
So he's going to be at 5.
Yes.
So he's going to be at 5, and next turn he's going to need to deal with the Crusader and the Hero, or else he'll die.
Oh, that's all?
And he's still going to be facing 2 spirits.
As we see, he's going to pay 2 life for the Dismember.
Does this mean he's going to Tragic Slip the Hero?
I think that's what that's going to mean. So he's going to take his damage here.
So this will put him at 3, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's going to knock
So now
him
if he plays the Phyrexian Crusader, he still has 2 life. He could Phyrexian Metamorph the Mirren Crusader if he has a way to deal with the 2 flyers without taking damage.
not be tomorrow.
He could.
Boondock Saints will be today.
He could play
at 2 p.m.
the
in the Sundrop room. Room
Let's-
304.
Whatever it is, it doesn't exist right now for Chris Higashi. So Joseph Hourani up a game with his mono white deck list. Now Chris is going to be on the play this game, so what can he do to kind of stem the tide, not get punched around so bad?
So he's going to board in a couple of Lilianas. He needs the help against the pro black creatures. He's surely going to want some more Thrag Tusks, because even though they were too slow that game, he really needs to just, like, he's going to have to play some defensive cards, you know. And then he's got Ratchet Bomb that can help buy him some time against the tokens or the pro black creatures. He could potentially play a Manic Vandal. It's a little bit risky, but at least Manic Vandal can kill a Blade Splicer if he thinks that that's the type of thing that his opponent might have. He might want an Entomber Exarch. I mean, he just needs to play some early cards. He's got a lot of potential things to take out. You know, some of the aggressive creatures, maybe Sign in Blood. I'm not sure if you can afford to Sign in Blood in this matchup. Yeah,
much better. I mean, much better on the play, but realistically, does he have the time to actually cast that card? Is it okay that he's going to deal 2 points of damage to himself? I agree with you. It's probably not the ideal matchup.
Yeah, it's particularly when he doesn't have any sweepers or very much removal.
What is he trying to draw into there? Pretty much. Looking at Joseph's side, he's already pretty hateful since he has Mirror Crusaders in this deck and kind of white against black. The strategy of what this human deck's trying to accomplish is pretty good against zombies, because zombies doesn't play defense well. But now he also has access to 3 Celestial Purges in his sideboard, which are going to likely come in. We're going to see Sword of War and Peace, which I don't think is an angle he's going to want to attack from. Riders of Gavany, he already has a few in his main deck, and he has one in his main deck, could potentially board in the other one. His name Zombies keep attacking. Michaelis could come in, but I don't think he really needs the help there. He didn't see Birthing Pod, so I don't foresee that he's going to board in Divine Offering.
He did see Woodland Cemetery, but
That's
even
true.
if he's facing Birthing Pod, it's like they don't have very many targets, so it's probably too risky.
Oblivion Ring is probably a better hedge, which he has
Yes.
1 in his main deck and 2 in his sideboard.
Yep.
And just kind of searching for things that he would want to board out here. Man, he even has Elite Inquisitor in his deck too, and that's really good against Chris's deck. Jeez. The hate is strong in this one. Fiend Hunter isn't really great here.
Johnny Gather?
I don't love Gather. 2/1/1s against zombies is not great.
You gotta keep some of your cheap plays, but
I think that his creatures are already so much better than Chris's that he doesn't need Honor to like bolster them to make them better.
what about the Riders of Gavany?
See, I think that's okay. I think it's much better on the play than on the draw, like, because he can just name zombies and keep attacking. But then again, like, you might not even need, like, to have that angle of attack because, like, it's not a deck that blocks very well. So,
It's interesting to note
may not
the
mean that you need it.
Angel of Jubilation stops Birthing Pod, right?
Yes, stops it flat. And that's not really a card that we see a ton of, Angel of Jubilation. See if our show director can bring it on the screen when we do begin the match so you guys can see Angel of Jubilation.
3/3 flyer gives all your white creatures +1/+1, or all your non-black
creatures +1/+1.
And players can't they can't pay life.
They cannot pay the life for effects, so it holds, Dismember, Gut Shot, Mental Misstep, all those Phyrexian mana cards.
And they can't sacrifice creatures either.
Correct.
So no birthing podding happening.
Yeah, it is the
Or
birthing
mortar
pot
pod.
hoser. We'll see what Chris can do. Chris is a relatively accomplished player on this circuit and just overall. He's played in some Pro Tours, has some Grand Prix, handful of Grand Prix top 16s. Most noticeably known for being a brewer. He isn't normally the kind of guy who's going to play an established archetype. Kind of surprised to see him playing a Zombie Pod this weekend, a deck list that Michael Jacob has really been playing a lot online. That's where you guys are probably familiar with the deck. But this isn't something that he really was likely prepared to play against this weekend, as we do see a Ratchet Bomb from Chris.
This is, a Jund Zombie Pod. Kind of a interesting take on the archetype. Only a very light splash of red or green.
As we're going to see an Honor of the Pure from Joseph, turning his champion into a 2/2. At this point, all of his guys, of course, are going to get better along with it. And now Chris is going to have to basically make the choice on if he's going to want to leave Ratchet Bomb at 1 to take care of the champion and other potential 1-drops, or the Honor of the Pure to make Joseph's guys smaller.
This is exactly what Chris wants to be doing here. He's put out an early clock, he's ahead on the board, and now Ratchet Bomb gives him a line of insurance. It's interesting because Chris could potentially win the long game and the really early game, but the mid game greatly favors Joseph.
Yes, I would agree 100%. Looking at Chris's hand, we do know that he has a Liliana Veil. He also does have a Birthing Pod, and it doesn't look like he has much of a play this turn.
That land coming into play tapped. It's no Overgrown Tomb.
We're almost there. We are
Just
almost
imagine
there.
if that Blackcleave Cliffs was a Blood Crypt, though, so that Woodland Cemetery would be untapped.
That's true. Kind of works both ways, as we do see Mirran Crusader now for Joseph. So we're moving in here. All right, and he's going to blow the Ratchet Bomb.
Welcome, Kamikaze attendees!
And we do know, again, that Chris does have Liliana in his hand, so he's going to take care of that Mirran
There
Crusader.
are still time slots
This is a real
open
nice
for the
sequence.
Zombie Survivor course.
Joseph's
There's
Honor of the
only
Pure
a
being
50%
blanked.
survival rate.
The first couple
See
threats
if you
dealt
can
with, and a
outlast
Liliana on the board.
scary zombies.
Plus, Chris advancing.
Make your way over to
advancing
the
the
right
board
side
even
of the
more.
hall. Time slots open. Be there. Be zombie.
We're going to see, all right, a good comeback from Joseph there. We have Champion of the Parish plus Silverblade Paladin. Counter on there, Honor of the Pure boosting him up, and of course, Soulbound. Now there's a card,
Ladies and
post-rotation.
gentlemen, there has been a schedule change. Boondock Saints will be at 2 p.m.
That
in
is one of the
Sun
cards in my
Room.
list of
Third
ideal
floor.
to Is It charm.
Get it
Room
going.
304.
We'll see a discard
Boondock
here.
Saints today, 2 p.m. in the Sun Drop Room on the 3rd level, room 304.
So, Honor the Pure, Paladin, the champion, facing down, Liliana, Durograph Ghoul, plenty of mana, Gravecrawler in the yard, willing to come back at, when convenient. There he is.
We saw Liliana
There are
activation.
only a few slots left for zombie apocalypse and kamikaze.
I don't know if you guys can hear this, but apparently there are only a few spots left for the zombie
Make your way
apocalypse.
over to the Horde. Escape death if you can.
I hope you guys can hear this. I hope you guys.
This is amazing. It's so
This
awesome.
convention is insane. It's so good. So, Birthing Pod, what's he going to find first?
I mean, he has a bevy of 2s that are available to him: Butcher Ghoul, Blood Artist. Any other spice?
Yeah, I think Butcher Ghoul is probably the first one on his list.
Gosh, he's searching through his deck. This could get awkward.
Oh,
Okay,
there's
Blood Artist.
Blood Artist. All right.
He can't block very well, as we have a Torn Sleeve here that he's going to replace. And we do know, of course, that one of the cards left in Joseph's hand is an Angel of Jubilation, which is going to have a pretty significant impact on this game. It's going to blank what looks to be like 2 of his most powerful cards. Well, definitely the Birthing Pod. Players can't pay life or sacrifice creatures to cast spells. Okay, so Liliana is still on.
Yeah, Liliana still works, but that Birthing Pod is the main thing Chris has going on. The Birthing Pod Gravecrawler is a nice little combo, and if he gets higher on the chain.
And there's our Angel of Jubilation right now. And not only is that going to shut down the Birthing Pod, but those threats for Joseph were already pretty sizable, but now an additional +1/+1, Double Strike. These are just huge guys.
Honor the
coming
Pure,
across.
powering him up too.
Yeah. So this is going to be attack for 1, 2,
It's
3,
12, right?
4. Yeah, that's a ton of damage. And the blocks are not particularly favorable here for Chris.
Maybe it's just me, but that Blood Artist seems ambitious.
I'm inclined to agree. I mean, between his choices for 2-drops, I guess Butcher Ghoul is better in this situation.
Getting a blocker.
Yeah, just as a blocker, as he does choose to take down Liliana, which means none of it was going his way. So that's a little bit interesting. If he's able to get the Angel off the board, he can keep going. Why do I think he just drew another Birthing Pod, Patrick?
Because he's laughing?
I think that's why.
That sounds like the funniest thing in sort of a...
Kamikaze! Is everyone having a good time?
I know I am.
I almost bumped into a chair. Hi, my name's Regina. I'm the founder and CEO of Stanley's Kamikaze. First, I want to
I
thank
don't
you
know if you
all
guys
for
can hear
being
us
here.
right now, but the
Second,
Comic-Con
I
is
want to
in full
remind
effect.
everybody that
Great
we have
Stroller,
a lot of
Blood
amazing
Artist, Earref
guests.
Ghoul.
If you haven't noticed, Adam West
But
is
without a
here.
removal spell,
The
I
cast
think
of
that
Original
Mono White Humans
Batman,
is going to make quick work of
Elvira,
the Jun
but
Zombie
also
Pod
I
deck.
have a very, very, very special writer for all you science fiction fans that you have to go
Joseph?
check out his booth. He is a
More business.
best-selling
Mirror
author,
Crusader. It
does
not
renowned
stop.
author.
Just the hits
He
continue.
picked up the Dune
As far as a
series,
nightmare matchup goes
which we all know what
for
Dune is, right?
a
Or
zombie
maybe you
or
should, if you
zombie
don't know
pod
Dune,
deck,
maybe you shouldn't be
I
here.
think this is one of them.
And he wrote the top-selling Star Wars
All right.
books of all time.
Paladin,
and if you
Angel of
really don't
Jubilation,
know
and
what Star Wars
Champion
is, we
into
might
the
have
red
to
zone.
take you out. So please go visit
Or the white
Kevin
zone,
J.
as the case may be.
Anderson
Yeah.
at booth number 1243.
A little bit of chump
And
off
then,
in action.
you know what's
Let's
going
get
on
somebody
next,
drawing
right?
here. I mean,
Because this mic's not just to you guys up front, it's for the entire house.
like, I guess
we
you
got
could skin render
Stanley
the Angel of
and Todd
Jubilation,
McFarlane
which would allow him to sack the skin render to the birthing pod
And
and
can
then
I
the red
get,
tusk, which
for
could
the
block the
cameras,
Mirror
can I get
Crusader.
everyone
No, it can't.
chanting
Yeah,
Stanley's
Angel's
Kamikaze?
is
Make
a
Stanley's
3. Angel is
Kamikaze
typically
really
a
loud.
3/3, but it's a 4/4 now. So
Stanley's Kamikaze!
Yeah, I think this
And
one's
if
a
you
wrap.
see what we're doing this year, this is only our second year. Wait
for
till you
two
see
at the
what we
Grave
have next
Crawler.
year. And thank you for coming. This show's for the fans, made by fans, and of course Stanley and Elvira are amazing partners. So thank you all from the bottom of my heart for coming. I'm a fan just like
Another
you.
Grave
And get
Crawler.
ready for Stan
And now, of course,
Todd
the other birthing
McFarlane, two of the greatest. And
Pays
don't
the light.
forget,
Oh,
Kevin
boy.
J. Anderson's booth.
So
Go
Joseph
check him
Hourani
out.
defeats Chris
He has a
Higashi.
new book coming
2
out
games to
about
0 with
Rush.
mono white.
And that's all I can say.
They're
And
not
Rush,
mono
if you
white
like
humans,
music,
right?
and
Like,
you're a
sort of
nerd,
a human
come
theme,
on.
but
Thank you
mostly
guys
just
for
mono
coming
white
to
good stuff.
Kamikaze!
just mono white good cards as we see a Doom Traveler being played here. The writing is all but on the wall here as we're going to see all the boys come on across. There will
Silver
be no
Boy
blocking
Paladin.
the
That is a
blood.
boy, right? Is Silver Boy Paladin a boy?
He might be a man.
Well, no. Is it a woman?
Oh, good question. I'm not sure. I think it's a boy.
Angel of Jubilation.
Certainly a woman.
Not necessarily.
No?
I don't know. Can we see that Angel of Jubilation back on the screen again? We want to do a gender check here.
Judge, gender check?
So,
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
that is definitely a woman.
No, come on. You can tell from that?
Yeah.
Are you
She had
kidding me?
long flowing hair and a shapely shield.
I can see nothing but wings. Literal nothing but wings in the picture.
Some of us were looking at her eyes instead of the wings.
Okay. Judge a man.
So, mono white humans. Is this advancing to 4-0?
Yeah, this is an advance to 4-0. Or, this is round 3. Advancing to 3-0.
Advancing to 4-0 after the next win.
Okay, predicting the future.
Now,